brought my shorts, so I put some shorts on kind of.
Welcome back to Calvert Hall. I'm your commentator, Jake Bleacher. I'm with
Luke Dragonette.
And today we have Calvert Hall versus Spalding. First one of the week for Calvert Hall after a tough loss, Calvert Hall versus St. Paul's, speaking of Spalding, was the tough loss last Friday, traveling to Archbishop Spalding, falling 2-1. Trying to bounce back here with a non-conference game. St. Paul's is a losing record currently and is trying to fight for a spot, in maybe the third spot in their playoff group. But Calvert Hall desperately needs a win here to stay up top on their table and have a shot at least the first round bye or second seed to host a first playoff game.
And off we go.
So a similar lineup for the Cardinals. It seems like they're starting to get set with Luke Ferries, David Peters, and Sean Barwick up at the front. Their midfield staying once again consistent with Hayden Lim, Mike Israel, and Ben Bender. And the back line is freshman Gabe Gleekin getting the start today with Liam Giblin at right back, and then the two senior center backs for the Cardinals. So the ball in the box early for Calvert Hall, swept up quickly by St. Paul's goalkeeper. And the threat in the air for Calvert Hall is still going to be with Mike Israel, Chris Link when he comes in, and Ben Bender, who are going to be cleaning up the majority of the balls in the air for Calvert Hall. Halen wins that one, finds Mike. Hopefully he can switch it. He does well to do so. David Peters' first touch on the day. Cannot connect on the flick-on header. But James Garfink does well to, almost. Levis stays on his line. And it looks like it's going to be a goal kick. Probably could have gotten to that one, kept it in play, but Levis likes the short goal kicks. He's got two options for him now. Nick Long's going to drop and probably get it here. He doesn't this time. Once again, Ben Bender, surprise, wins a head ball in the midfield. Sean Barwick, 1-on-1. Goalie comes out and cleans that one up.
It's a nice ball to open that one up, and the defender hadn't been on his toes. That might have been a goal, early goal.
Miscommunication from the Calvert Hall back line. Punt goes from 18 to 18 before it's finally touched by Nick Long. Long pause. He's taking his good old time to put this one in. Turns him. Cleaned up by James Garfink. Another turn. Cleaned up by Mike Israel. Arguably one of the hardest people to beat in the midfield right now is Mike Israel. Not only on the team, but in the MIAA. The force that CDM puts on opposing teams is difficult, as him and Benny clean up another tackle.
Yeah, I heard Ben Bender got a full ride to college, pretty good college somewhere. I don't remember where, but heard someone talking about that today.
Yeah, you see him getting looks, and he finally committed to Maryland. Congratulations to Ben Bender.
Oh, good. My whole family went to Maryland, so that's good to hear.
So Nick Long finds about 20 yards of space. So does Giblin. Midfield kind of stagnant with the runs up top. You see four people running straight. That's not going to do anything for him. Hope they're going to be able to adjust that. He's absolute stagnant. No movement, except from Liam Giblin. No movement. Pretty poor offensively in the attacking third for Calvert Hall right there. Pretty much relying on Giblin to do it himself. And realistically, that's not going to happen every time. Ben Bender almost gets an opportunity there.
But like you said, they're really stagnant. So really, for successful crosses, you need to have movement on those runs. But they're just sitting there.
They did have a tackle.
Good tackle from Giblin. Turns it to Ben. Ben's going to have time. No one's going to press Benny when they don't have to, because they don't want to risk losing just a man on defense, because that's what it ends up turning out to be for 9 out of 10 times, as he's literally everywhere. You saw him 10 seconds ago at the right back spot. Now he's filled in with Gabe Gleekin on the other side of the field. Mike's going to be able to clean this one up with ease.
And both teams seem to have their fullbacks pressing up. It's causing a lot of rapid changes in possession.
That's one thing I'd love to see from the wingbacks from Calvert Hall, is joining the attack more often than not. That extra player in the front three could be game-changing. That's a great tackle by Vincent Hill. Already's made a couple plays for the St. Paul's back line. Most likely to play the beat for Calvert Hall. Gabe Leakin steps well, finds Luke. Luke not the quickest there.
Is it just me, or are the front three rotating around? David Peters currently at striker, but I think he was Barwick was up at the top.
Well, that's what they're going to have to do to, not only against St. Paul's, but against the rest of the league, is make it difficult for them. Make them earn the marks, have them constantly communicating. The more you switch around, the more percent chance the defense is going to have to miscommunicate. So Nick Long gets his first short goal kick of the day. Expect a lot of those. Ooh. Decent thought there.
Just a bit too heavy of a touch, though. It's a throw.
No real chances for either team early on. Not too surprising. It's Calvert Hall not known to be going off to a fast start, other than that first goal in the first 3 minutes against Gilman. But today and the rest of the year, it's got to be closing out the final 10 minutes. A lot of goals have been scored in crunch time against them. It's about cleaning those opportunities up to just close out games smoothly. We got away with it against a couple teams, Appoquinimec and Gilman. We scored right back in the final 10 minutes, but there's no need for that stress.
And what's funny is that the fresh soft team that I manage actually does the same thing. We haven't scored. I think we might have. I'm not sure we have scored a goal in the first half of a game this year. We've scored all but 1 or 2 goals in the second half, especially in the last few minutes of the game. So it's like the same strategy with different coaches.
See, that's the run Gabe Leakin would be very lethal making. Trying to beat his defender. That's a good look in. Sean isolated 1v1. Now Hayden wide open. Hato. Good ball in. Forced a decent clear. Strong tackle by Nick Long.
It's a nice move to get the ball up the field, though, and earn a throw. Nice little.
Good read by Liam Giblin. Switches it to. That's Jalen Thomas for Brawza Football Club. And an unfortunate error leads to a Calvert Hall throw. I think this is going to be Oliver Fitch to take it.
Boys Latin really taking their time early. Many possible reasons for that. One of them could be that they don't think they're going to get many chances, so a shorter game benefits them. Because if they do score, then they have less time for Calvert Hall to come back.
Kind of weak defending from the front post. That's going to be a handball, or should be at least. But they're going to let them play on. Calvert Hall puts everyone back on their corner kicks, but still kind of scared every time the ball goes in the air. And it's the second ball that's killed them recently with the Spalding second goal. How after they cleared the initial corner, they didn't really continue their marks on the back post that capitalized. Nick Long gets it short. Giblin to Pison, wins the throw. From the box, I'm a little confused on the last couple of reffing decisions. Giblin cleans that one up well. James Garfink, the quick feed as he delivers. Gabe does the same, kind of sloppy, but he gets it to Gabe, and hopefully they can get out of here now. Good, well done by Gabe to switch fields. Finds 2-3 in the middle. 2-3 wants it back. Hayden's going to slip a decent ball in if Sean knew where it was coming.
Yeah, that was looking good, but good heads-up play by the goalie.
Not the highest kicks. Mike can test for a head ball. Not too surprised that one goes a call against them. So a little stoppage here. 10 minutes into this one. Calvert showing 9 behind the ball, 9 field players behind the ball. As Barwick slowly progresses to the defensive third. And now he tracks back quicker. If he just anticipates that a second earlier, ball would have probably been prevented or even intercepted. But he does well to force a bad pass there. Benny wins this one. Intended for Pison. Pison can't get there. Slow ball in. Cleaned up. Smooth as a puppy's hair by Nick Long. But it leads to a Calvert throw. Gleekin has it at midfield. Intended for Sean. He does well to back him in. Sean can turn here. They got numbers. Finds Pison. Pison! The Italian Stallion almost puts that one away. Very crisp pass by Sean Barwick. Almost as crisp as the burnt toast I had this morning. But Pison could not put that one away. Back post header. Goes to Hayden Lim. Maybe he put paper in his shoes that time. He would have gotten a little higher, put that one away. But can't get enough height there.
Yeah, as it is, the awkward angle caused him to hit it out for a throw. Usually when shots go out for a throw, it's in FIFA when you red time a shot and drill it sideways. But
new release of FIFA 20. Sure, a couple of the boys will be on that tonight, celebrating a hopeful win. Good check by DP, good turn. Oh, that's well done if he could have found Ben Bender. Jalen heavy touch. Ben, no way you're going to get by that with Ben Bender. Strong tackle again, strong as an ox from him. Benny, off his right, off his left now. Obvious foul. Ben Bender's going to have a chance from 19.
well, obviously a chance here, and from the free kick. And not just from the free kick, but rebounds and, like you said, there's second balls. So this could be a good opportunity to go up 13 minutes in.
So Hayden, Dirty P, and Ben Bender are going to look over it. Watch out for a little touch from Dirty here, just to give a slight angle of the wall for Benny to probably drill it behind the wall, or not behind, by the side of the wall. I don't think he's going to want to go over this one. Going under the wall would be pretty bold. Wouldn't be surprised if Benny tried something like that. Ooh. Can't get much closer than that as he goes over the wall, but he can't get it to duck down right away.
Yeah, I just don't understand how anyone scores on free kicks. It's just, you have to get it, I feel like you have to get it so right. It just, I don't know, it seems impossible.
Benny caught the Apicunamat goalie off guard 2 games ago, late to take a 3-2 lead after the goalie was lined up behind his wall. And he noticed that easily and just puts it by the side of the wall, by the side of the goalie.
And more credit to him because, I don't think I could score on a free kick. I don't take them for my team.
So Mike finds space. Oh, an attempt to flick on. Good reaction by Sean to win it back before St. Paul's can maintain possession. So now James is going to have a couple seconds on it. A lot of options laterally where he likes to play. And eventually just feeds that one up to Paisan. DP has a shot. And now they're going to set it up. Sean checking in very defensively. Oh, that's a good ball. That's an excellent... Oh, the thought was there. The thought was beautiful.
Yeah.
So whistles indicate a gold throw in for the Cardinals.
Man, you're right that was a very close ball. And generally the saying doesn't say that soccer's a game of inches, but that was a game of inches right there. Just a couple inches higher or farther, and that's a nice little drop in there.
It's good to see Sean just finding a way to get involved, not just standing at the front three, but pinching in when he wants to. Even though there's a gap right now at striker, which he's now going to fix, it's okay to make gaps for other players to fill in, cause some miscommunication or another play of some sort to occur.
Yep, and there you go. David Peters moved back to left wing, and now Barwick back at center. And I think they were switched as of like 5 minutes ago.
And one thing that, like we said last live stream that goes unsaid is the effort of the ball boys that we are clearly missing now. Takes probably doubles the play of the game instead of just chasing balls. The little Zincan, if he can get there, he can show up. Probably give us 10 more extra minutes of free soccer. Mike stabs in, doesn't get the foul called, thankfully. St. Paul's winger does well to get a ball in, but team defending from Capitol expect to take on here. No surprise, Sean open on the wing, heavy touch, but he's got enough time to take it off. When Ben is on the ball, it's as clean as my car yesterday. It's fresh off the car wash. Shining. It's absolutely shining right now, if anyone's wondering. First time I've got it cleaned. It's well worth it.
You get it with College Park Car Wash?
Fortunately, no. It was, I think, Jones Junction.
Oh, okay. Because I know Maryland football games, they give an ad. Whoever has the dirtiest car in the parking lot in their opinion, gets free deluxe car wash. So I don't know if you'd won that.
Well, I guess the best comparison we have is Benny to a car wash. Very very clean all around. Composed with the dirtiest cars. Just as Hayden Lim and Nick are composed with no real threat attacking them. James could take 20 yards up and get a lot of space here if he saw that. I know Nick was looking for it. And eventually just has to kind of force a ball that no one was really running for. Calvert wants to be more open to secondary and third man runners, especially when there's no real option. Pressure's coming in from the back line. But overall, Calvert's doing well in the first quarter of this one. No substitutions made so far. That's a big change to the Calvert style. It's a false rule by the ref. He clearly does not understand the concept of throw-ins, as you can be wherever behind the line to throw in the ball. You can be in the stands. If you want to throw in the ball there, let it be. I'm sure he did not get his re-reffing certification recently.
I can back that up, actually, because Howard County actually has a reffing class, and I took it. I get paid to do some ref games. You can take the throw-in, from anywhere.
Gonna have a word with that man at halftime.
I got you. I can tell him that I'm a certified referee of Howard County.
So Gabe Gleekin can close this one down. The height of the freshman, kind of an Achilles heel for him, but his technical skill makes up for it well. James Garfink lets that one bounce over, but shields the defender, so there's no threat. I feel like every time there's a problem on this back line, within 3 seconds, Michael Gisriel's there to just clean it up. Yeah, it's actually unreal. He's all over the place for this defense, and pretty much the back line, even though he's not on the back line, he's like the backbone of the back line. He's like the Jeopardy double play failsafe or something like that.
So you're saying he cleans up the back line like Jones Junction does your car?
Even better.
Wow. It's impressive.
Ooh. Bender there with the first or second shot of the game.
I'm guessing the goalkeeper hopes that his workload will stay like this throughout the game because, he's getting involved, staying loose, but nothing really challenging.
Yeah, no real test for any goalie yet. I know Andrew Levis is patiently waiting with his water bottle in his hand after every corner kick. But he's keeping his gloves wet with that bottle. Still waiting for his first opportunity to use them, as Giblin tries to prevent that right there. Benny with it, then to Nick, see if they can switch fields. Hayden Lim checks well. Seems like they're kind of man marking right now. If you look at Gabe Gleekin, he's trying to get open, he's putting the effort in. Maybe get a little wider, but that's about it. But Rupen Arshanapali, the 4-year varsity right back for St. Paul's, not giving him any space. You see him close down 30 yards up from his back line.
Must have some confidence in his speed because if he gets a good run, he can just run right by him and he plays him that close.
Yeah, many say Rupen Arshanapali has the pace of the Spargine Falcon. Goes 325 kilometers down. You do not want to mess with that thing. If you're a mouse in the night, you see that thing coming, write your will quick.
What if you don't have a pencil?
And you're done. You're done.
Oh. Think they have like a court for mice, like where your stuff goes when you get beaten up by a falcon?
Unfortunately, I do not think so. So James Garfink, all the time in the world to bring that one down. I'm sure he likes the lack of pressure from St. Paul's. We know James likes to have his foot on the ball, which is a good trait to have.
Unless you're playing baseball, in which case that's probably not a good idea.
David's first opportunity. It's good to see him just shooting. Keep shooting. Something's due to happen. Not sure what's going on here.
Might be a mandatory hydration break because
Oh yeah, the temperature is
hot. I thought that was just my rec league that did that. I guess not.
Ooh, explosions. Looked like the splash zone after someone on the bench tried to shove Hayden a water bottle. What that reminded me of, the explosion going off the field, was fireworks. Unfortunately, Luke was not able to see him today. I'm sure he is just begging to see one more fireworks show on this Calvert Hall turf. But it doesn't look like that would happen this year or is in his career. But we'll see for Luke. Keep that in your prayers for Prizon. So a quick water break as the clock stops at 18:12. Not much opportunity for either team. One or two shots on goal for Calvert Hall. Levis has been inactive, except his classic short goal kick to Nick Long. It's always a beautiful one to have. The refs talking at the bottom right corner. If we could put the camera on them, maybe they're talking about asking each other, hey, do you know what a throw-in is? I'm not sure. And they're going to adjust that for the last 3 quarters.
That would be nice. So many throw-ins in the modern game that, if you don't know what a throw-in is, the game might be kind of messed up.
So expect a long throw. I believe it's Rupen Arshionapali, the 4-year varsity. Did I mention he's been on varsity for 4 years? The St. Paul's winger, it looks like right now. I know he's got some relationships with a lot of players on the Calvert Hall side, so we'll see if they able to go into a couple challenges together. That'd be fun to see. I'm sure they're talking. They would be talking if they had the opportunity to. Foot's out of bounds. We're out of the 18. Benefit of the doubt normally goes for the goalie of that. It's got to be egregious for the ref to blow an opportunity like that.
Yeah, especially with Ben Bender taking the free kicks. You give him a free kick there, it's like a guaranteed goal.
So Gabe steps to the Rupen Arshionapali.
Now the first real chance of the day.
Ruben could get up here, whipping it one time. He does so. I don't know what St. Paul is doing. I don't know what their strategy to score goals is if they don't have a midfield or an attack to join the attack in the midfield. That made no sense. I'm sorry. Midfield or attack, you can help contribute in the attacking third. There it is. Took a couple seconds to wrap my head around. So a couple people warming up for Calvert Hall, first of the day. I do like the adjustment from the coaching to let the boys play if there's nothing going wrong. If it's not broken, why fix it? As all starting 11 stay on for the first 23 minutes, not the first quarter, because apparently you're not allowed to say that. So
hey, let's not pick on our producer too much here.
Ball boy noticeable once again. Nick Long runs, strolls over to try to find this one.
Sounds like Nick Long is taking a very long walk.
Yes, the classic Nick long jokes.
My dad would be the first to make up those. He is the king of those, unfortunately. So I have to hear him all day, but that's okay. Now a mile of space for him.
Good body from Jalen Thomas. Looking for Rupen Arshionapali. Fortunately, Rupen Arshionapali isn't as fast as the Falcon. He's more of like a cat.
Yeah.
Like a cat comparison for speed. Not the fast cats, like a tiger. Maybe like a house cat when he sees that there's new treats on the table or something.
We used to have a dog. When he saw treats, he'd run faster than the Falcon. So not really a great comparison for me, but I guess it works for most people.
First adjustments, Chris Link and Riley Organt checking in. And Paisan and Hato, first ones out for Calvert Hall. Both played pretty decent shifts, 25 minutes. I think that's the longest time this year for the first shift to last. Kibblin can't get the one intended for Ben Bender to connect. The team talks, and a lot of the questions asked are like, what do you do when you're in trouble? And I bet you, I think there's like 34 kids on the roster, 33 of them would say, I'd pass it to Ben Bender, and the 34th is Ben Bender. So, you know who the bailout person on this team is, as Giblin tried to force one into him to make a play.
Yeah, I think Ben Bender, if asked that question, would say, I'd kick it up in the air because he's so tall, he could just get it out of trouble by passing it to himself.
He's the humble type.
Okay, so
He'd probably say, I pass it to my teammates. As almost shaky pass. Bailed well. Good turn. He's got Sean in the midfield. Oh, he's on. Flag stays down. Riley's in. The attacker's coming. Corner kick for the Hall. First one of the game on this left side. Or the right side. Whatever way you're looking at it. And so it's going to be Riley taking it still. He earned it. So Calvert Hall brings everyone back for defense, but doesn't stack them. Attacking, they leave two back. That's a good floated ball in. DP is threatening on this type of area. He wants to take this for himself. He's got the shot. Selfless. Sean! Oh my gosh, what an opportunity. That's excellent stuff from both DP and Sean Barwick there.
That should have been the opening goal, but nice save.
It's an excellent save by 00. It's a savage number, 00.
Especially for goalie. Trying to say like 0 goals or something. Although, I'd probably mock him and say he's going to make 0 saves, but I guess I can't say
Ryan
that
Hoskins keeps that one off the board. That's probably going to float into big boy Brian's hands after the big play save. So now it's shifting to the attacking opponent of the field for St. Paul's. Rupen Arshenapali. Good ball to switch it there.
Ooh, poor touch, and he lost.
Giblin reads that one like a kindergarten book as he just intercepts that one with ease. Quick free kick.
Here's Ben Bender looking to bend the defense.
Finds Riley. Give and go. Oh, it's a good ball in. Flags up anyway. Doesn't really matter, I guess. But the offsides is still an Achilles heel for the Calvert Hall attack. Against Spalding, a couple opportunities that almost looked like sure goals were called off from just paying attention to your run. Seems like a simple task to do, but when there's so much going on with the game, the last thing you're kind of looking at, that the defender you're trying to get away from, is trying to be close to your defender. So James Garfink cleans up the second ball. So he clears it upfield to Chris Link. Chris Link's first touch of the day. Wins himself a throw-in the middle of the park.
Well, this is like the third time that St. Paul's has had the ball in this half of the field, I think. Maybe like all game. Really haven't had much.
But there's an opportunity here. Off the tire, just somewhere near the post. But Levis had that covered. More covered than the icing on the cake at a wedding.
Wait, there's cake at a wedding? I thought it was just icing.
A little bit of both there.
Oh.
So, short goal kick to Nick. I don't know how many times I have to say that in a game. Getting kind of tired of it, but it's working, so I'll keep saying it for the boys.
All right. I can say it if you want.
He's got Nick back. Riley finds him back. Back to Riley. If we look, I feel like we should like freeze frames right now. If we do like freeze 10 frames, you'd think they're the same picture from Calvert Hall's attack. The lack of movement sometimes when they're in struggle. Sean does well to give out. Oh, it's Link. That's Link. Everyone in practice, if you had to put your money on it, if a Calvert Hall defender had to score a goal, I bet you most people would say Gibbo one-time crack to the top corner. He said triangle. Next time the camera goes to the triangle of the goal, take a peek at that. That's probably where Gibbo's shot would go if he had the opportunity. But it turned out to be Link with that opportunity instead of the most likely defending goal scorer. Link defensively stays well, does well to keep it in defensive third. TP's got to work back quick here. It's got to be team defending all throughout the field. If one person shuts down like DP almost did, he recovered well to prevent that, but if one person does, it's almost like a free clear. So he's holding it up, lets the defense attack. Stagnant. It's still Gabe Gleekin. I just feel like not a lot's going to be generated from that type of offense for Calvert Hall. And not a lot has been generated all year from that. If they can, most of their goals have been come off of quick attacks instead of the ones set up like here.
And that can work, but I mean, it's not really reliable.
Riley Orget playing short. DP. Shorty. Oh, my God. Hello, LaSalle, says that ball. Putty Hill, maybe. Putty Hill, correction. Let's see if a lucky bystander goes away with a game ball. Someone picks that up wearing red, so we'll hope that's Calvert Hall.
Yeah, I looked at that kind of ball up on Amazon. Apparently, they're going for like $160. It's crazy. Hopefully, they're not actually costing that much. It must have just been like one crazy seller. But
Now that is the game ball price. You got to look good to play good. That's the ball talking. So looking good comes at a cost. Apparently that's $160 according to your research. Good skill there. Probably could have taken one or two less touches. And there's the rivalry I was talking about. Chris Link versus Rupen Arshonapali in that corner. I'd love to see that one match up more often. Hopefully we can get them in the championship, semifinal, playoff, something to just see that matchup one more time. I would love to be playing against number 3 right now. Fortunately, we talked about that at the beginning of the season, that it was one more matchup, turned out to be 0. They had Benny kind of making a diagonal run in the attacking third. That could have worked out. Gibbo has it. Gibbo can play it back. But solid defending by number 9 of Spalding, Tim Knott, to prevent that from happening. Look at Nick Long, just casual. Nice little wave for the ball. It's good stuff. Then a missile to Liam Giblin. He wants it back, though. He should get it back. He'd be dumb if he didn't. Jimbo gets it at midfield, in the center of the field. Now Benny checks back as the strict 8 to left back. What a ball. Oh, my God. That ball was as sharp as broken glass, but Riley Orton cannot put it away.
yeah, it was about as high as the Empire State Building. Well, we can see someone passed English 1. Very good use of metaphors.
So those are the kind of opportunities that were harped upon for Calvert Hall. Is against those good teams, that's a great opportunity. I'm sure we're going to get a couple more against a caliber team like this, but come McDonough Friday, you get that opportunity. You're going to be in the locker room a little pissed off after the game if you don't put that one away. So hopefully we can get the kinks out Wednesday before the big one, October 4th, against the National. Oh! If you reference what I talked about a couple minutes ago, that was Gibbo with the shot on goal. Didn't exactly hit the triangle, probably because it was a 6 save, but it's going to lead to a corner.
Yeah, I'm not sure that shot was on goal. Maybe it was just the angle that it curved at, but I think he might have saved the goal kick.
Now we're going to give Gibbo the benefit of the doubt here. That was going in post, probably other posts too, just for show.
Oh yeah, here.
By the time it hit the other post, he'd be sliding into the corner flag. Classic composed Gibbo celebration. That's a good ball in for Bender.
And just over the top of the Empire State Building. So close.
And third adjustment for Calvert Hall. It's going to be David Peters. Richie, Coach Matt, analyzing Richie's height, said 3 feet. And the film dictates otherwise. Maybe a tape measure would disagree, but Coach Matt's insisting on that height. But Coach Matt reflected well on the 3 feet height, saying if Richie can contest for a head ball, why can't the rest of the team? And that's a pretty true statement, that Richie doesn't let his height affect his play. Back and forth with the goalie and head balls. See, boots another one, as the soccer moms might say. Rupen Arshonapali gets it. But cannot find his attacker. Oh, yep, I saw that. We all saw that. Sean Barber can put this away. Oh, second opportunity, Riley Orr. Yeah! Mr. Baker's in disbelief. Hands up in the air how that one didn't find its way in.
Should have scored, but good save. And I guess that was a clearance off the line. Or maybe it just hit the post. Nope, it just hit the post. Good heads-up play by the man inside the goal to be there. Most people don't play soccer from inside the goal, but in some cases it's necessary.
Whatever works, and that time it did. Calvert Hall would have loved to go in a half 1-0. And they should want to go, and they deserve, need, want, whatever you want to call it. It should be 1-0 for Cardinals, and that's the expectation they needed to have. Not saying the soccer they've been playing is bad so far, but would like certainly to have something to show for it. Can Riley get there? No. Oh!
Hit the flag.
What the hell?
Hit the flag and goes out for
No one. Wasn't even nothing from the. I'm so confused. The refs are kind of shaky right now on that call. And no significant flag movement from the ref. He's not really telling him what to do. Yeah, we're gonna expect a whistle there. Gibbo looked like the gym hero bench pressing right there as he just repped that kid to the ground. It's a quick kick to Sagizi. St. Paul streams a couple passes he had there before the end of the half. Ben Bender against Sagizi. Sagizi, one of their best players. Ben Bender, the best player. Finds Richie. Richie! Oh, that's great defense. Words cannot describe how bad I want 604 to put one away. And he's got the height to put this header away. Richie! Oh! Richie! That's a lot of people pointing for the corner. Gabe Gleekin gives the Mr. Baker hands up shrug. Looking for the corner there.
And they must have thought, I think they thought that he touched it on his volley. I think he tried to miss it, but it must have accidentally got a piece of it. Or so they think. Which is all that matters, because what referees think is final.
Pause of clock. Not sure what's gonna. Someone's pointing to someone. Pointing to something. What? So the clock stops nonetheless. And we're resumed here with a Sagizi boot. All 6'2" of Link puts that header out of attacking third. And the team gets up and prevents the attack in the final minute. See if we can get them. Sean Barwick does well. See if we can get a goal, shot, opportunity, something to end the half on a positive note.
And again, the referee not indicating whose throw it was, so both teams just sat there and waited for the other to go get it. In the end, it is a St. Paul's throw, though.
He's taking his good old time.
Yeah, under a minute to go, so I guess they're really not trying to score, because if they were, they'd be hurrying a bit more.
Levis short to Nick Long. Thought I retired from saying that, but one more time. That's a good ball. Can we get one more chance in the half? That's excellent defending. Composed. Vincent Hill. Oh, I put my head down. Looking for a name. Missed an opportunity. Gleekin.
To take the lead. No.
So, like I said, one more opportunity before half. At least go on a positive note that the attack is there.
Lots of shots, but no results in the first half.
Before we turn on the music for halftime, this music is sponsored by Mr. Clark. Without him, it'd be silence. But lesson learned, turn the speakers on.
Yep.
That always helps. So we're going to put some music on and we'll see you at the start of the second half. Go live, and we're back.
For the start of the second half.
So, side switch, and St. Paul starts with it. High press from Calvert Hall early.
Really high press, jeez.
Rupin finds the pacey Jalen.
That is a beautiful ball.
James Garfink has none of that. Is it going to call a foul?
That was some nice obstruction. They give him a foul. That's not good.
It looked like the Georgia State fruit with that pass, an absolute peach from Rupin Arshenapali. As he heads to the back post, try to put his head on this one.
So it's a corner in the end. So if they had called that a foul, I would have been like, what?
So they're going to put DP on the near post. Benny's going to be the free roamer. Back post, corner sloppiness, cost him last time. A couple O's from the St. Paul side.
Yeah, that was on the wrong side of the net, though. No goal.
So Levis, adjustments for Calvert Hall. This half is going to be with Riley Organt coming in. Looks like Hayden Lim's going to take a break for the half. Sean Barwick is going to drop into the midfield, it looks like, with Will Damsgaard out wide right. And right away, Will Damsgaard doing the classic Will Damsgaard thing. Get up the field early. Mike Israel space here if he takes it. Good from DP to check.
Opening them up with
Richie.
a through ball.
604 is going to get there. 604 can turn. He's got a touch here. That's a good ball in.
And a good clearance, too.
It's going to maintain with Calvert Hall possession, though. Freshman Gabe Gleekin. David Peters has a threatening long throw. Showed that in the fake Reef Cup. Good read by number 3. Fun fact, that was number 3 is the number I used to wear until 604 got his hands, or not 604, Ben Medor got his hands on it. Grabbed that shirt and never gave it back, unfortunately. Ball played in to Richie. Handball, yeah. Good start to keep it in their 18 early on. Sorry we didn't keep on the mics during that music. Absolute bangers were just played during halftime. Playlist leak will occur. A couple more home games for Calvert Hall. It's a shortened season this year. But one that strikes the calendar is October 9th against MSJ. Live stream crew will feature a Calvert Hall alum and brother of Calvert Hall soccer player Andy Christ. And that'll be a sight to hear, sight to see on the field. So we suggest, if you're not really feeling coming out to that one, it's all right. Turn it on the TV, get some popcorn, enjoy it from your couch. That's it. Oh! Down goes Frazier, number 9. Will Damsgaard beats his man like USA beat Thailand in the Women's World Cup.
Went through him like Swiss cheese. Kind of. Actually, that's a better metaphor. My bad.
No need to apologize, as Nick Long gets it short from Levis.
Haha.
Keeping it on the ground here, working it up to the second half of the field. Richie, ooh, hit him with the scissors, trying to cut some paper up. He gets it back, and back, and back. It's pretty good soccer from Calvert Hall. Running double triangle. I'm sure Benny's got the biggest smile on his face after hearing that. So he throws it in quick. Riley Organ holds it up. Benny makes the triangle on the right side.
Wow, you are right.
He doesn't get it. A little counterattack could occur. Gabe Gleekin does well to recover. So does Sean Barwick. Sean Barwick, welcome to center attacking mid. Shawnee, as he makes an immediate impact defensively. Drop your striker in. He's been a striker for 2 years to center attacking mid. Maybe as bold as wearing white after Labor Day, but it's working out so far for the Hall. Wearing white after Labor Day normally doesn't get the best reactions, but so far Sean at attacking mid did. I know he's comfortable playing there. Two in the wall from the other home field for St. Paul's. I don't think this one has a threat on goal, but Levis insists on the two-man wall. Good clearance from Shawnee Barwick. Bean Sarwick, nickname for a couple years. Flags up, no contest anyway. How confident are you in Nick Long getting this ball short? Because I am no longer confident because he just punted the ball. Lack communication, 2v1 there. Did not come up with the header.
Well, that play might not have been good, but it was good that he didn't give it to Nick Long short to save the poor voice of fellow announcer.
So it's a flag up. Not sure that was on. So went from an all-senior heavy lineup to seeing a lot of underclassmen in this one. About half-half. The all-senior midfield, though, if that stays in tandem, could be pretty threatening. More threatening than your girlfriend when you don't text her back on time. But only time will tell to see how effective this midfield is. Rupert Oceanapoli in the 18 puts a ball in over the head of former middle school companion Andrew Levis. I'm sure those kids, Rupert would have immediately hit the old middle school group chat after if that would have snuck its way in.
Well, if we put that on the other side of the goal and the end line, might have been a nice goal, but as it is, you put it on the far side, the one where it's out of bounds, and you can't score from there.
Right you are, Cotton. Not sure. Whoa, back and forth. Benny wiping the sweat off his shirt, having a nice talk with the referee. Maybe Benny trying to teach him what a throw-in was from the first half. I'm sure Benny knows more rules than the rest of us, so he's the person to talk to.
That reminds me, I forgot to have my talk with the referee about how to properly, officiate a throw-in. But it's okay.
So Rupin with the touch foul on Shawnee. So David's going to get this on the sideline. Riley Gorgon slow to get up. And the one disadvantage of this box is you can't see that left side, at least from my angle, because the newly fixed speaker's in the way. Thank you, Mr. Clark. Gabe wins that one. He uses his physicality, and the ref doesn't understand that. So lazy nonetheless from Calverdale to come back. Yes, it was probably a bad call, but whistle's blown. You're not going to do anything about it now. You might as well just get back on defense.
So it sounds like he won it, but he really lost it.
So cleaned up like the floors after I mop closing my work. Nick Long intercepts that one. Benny we're going to say he intentionally passed that one. Oh, and he finds Gabe Leakin. The freshman on goal. One more pass. Oh, my God. And we're still scoreless after peach upon peach. This forward's got to be full by now because they're just getting so many peaches from Ben Bender. They can't put a peach away.
Well, I know as Martin Tyler would say in our favorite game of FIFA, how is this still level?
Oh, that's a classy touch by Segizi. Almost had the opportunity to play club with Seguizi until he moved rather quickly. Shout out to Seguizi for that. Will Damsgaard tracking him down. A slide tackle would have been prime right there. Nothing like an alpha move by doing that. But instead, he forces a throw in.
Under 30 minutes to play. Still no score. Although I thought we were going to have one by now, but no, not yet.
Well, the longer St. Paul's holds on, the easier it's going to be for him to get a result. I know it seems obvious, but I feel like one goal goes in for Calvert Hall. The floodgates are open like the Beaver Dam. But that's yet to happen yet. The flag should go up there. Apparently not from my angle. Levis, short. James, shorter. That's a good look to find the strict 8 at the left back position. Blink your eyes will probably be at right wing in a second. As he advances it, helps himself. Great tackle by Rupert Ashnapali. Great defense as St. Paul supporter. Rupin says turn. Can he make something happen here?
No.
Flicked on to the newly acquired left back Ben Bender. So not a lot. I don't see why there's not someone checking right there. Like, oh, that's good. A call on from Will. Could have hit a Golasso. Tried to put some salsa with the chip there. Slightly over the bar.
Some interesting backspin on it. I guess he really got under that one.
Nonetheless, it's a Calvert Hall goal kick. No, it's not. It's a St. Paul's goal kick.
Wrong team. It's okay, though.
Right you are, Cotton. So, low press. I wonder what Coach Matt's thinking on the field after watching the film yesterday of quick press, high press, and how it works out for the best. Calvert Hall's kind of stepped away from that in the start of the second half. I don't know if it's from fatigue or something, but Ben Bender has his hips on himself, unmarked, in the middle of the field. Can he get it quick? He does. See if he turns on the Jets there. He's gonna try. And he is walloped. Letting Ben Bender wide open run at your back line is as risky as boiling water in a paper cup. But they got away with that one.
Trying to play him through, but didn't quite hit it right.
This line has been pretty solid for St. Paul's.
And they've really only let a couple of really well-placed balls through. I mean, yeah, some have gotten through, but they've made sure they haven't turned into major.
That's a good one-timer to 604. 604 tries to track back. Now it's up to Mike. Rarely beaten. Now it's a 2v2. Mike makes it a 2v3. Now it's a 2v4. He's still going to get an opportunity off, it looks like. Uh-oh. Could be a one-time ripper. Oh! That was highlight real quality if Nick Long wasn't in the way.
And the goalkeeper will take his time getting rid of this one.
And that's Levis. So that is still no real serious saves. But I'm sure he will get tested at least once today. First substitution of the half, 15 minutes in, Will Andrews played a key role early on in the season at CDM. Huge impact there. I believe he's going in at striker, or he's going to shove Sean up, which is probably the smarter thing to do. And then pause. No thoughts on there. It's a sick ball if he gets there. Strike one. for David Peters off that one. If only I could have heard the word strike a couple more times against the Milwaukee Nationals game yesterday. I was very disappointed to see the Brewers could not hang on in the bottom of the 8th. Pitcher was kind of a bot and folded that team. He had a sick mullet though, so I guess it evens out.
I was just surprised that Josh Hader, he's really good when you have fish runs. Anyways.
Switch fields to 604. Richie!
Well, it was a better than average chance, but still nothing, or still not a really, really good chance.
Well, 604, you give him another opportunity like that. Hopefully the corner flag is got some damage to it by the end of that one. So they're going to want a quick throw in. Willie's going to chase it due to the lack of ball boyage.
Yeah, where's Little Lincoln, like you said?
So James Garfink has been limited in the possession this first half. But he's going to slide tackle kick it. You know, he slipped there. It reminds you of Andy Christ, who, good news, everyone, got new cleats, but is inactive today due to swollen lymph nodes. Could not stop talking about those in bio class. Apparently they were very noticeable and painful, according to Andy Christ himself. When asked if he wanted to play music today, he said, "No, I can't even speak." So he is clearly in bad condition. So Levis cleans up an easy shot on goal. Back wants to be a little more alert than that to have their holding midfielder have to cover. Mike Gisrel, though, we don't know how many times he's going to have to do that in the season.
Good touch by Bender. Surprised they didn't call it a foul up there on Barwick. The man was like murdering him.
The flag stays down. Gleekin finding his way up the field a lot this half. Love to see that out of the freshman. Mike Gisrel cleans it up, distributes to Ben Bender. Now 604's got it isolated in the corner. Shawnee?
Wow.
Yeah. Need time to...
Up top.
Oh. Shawnee calls at the end one right there. He loses the cleat, keeps playing. It's like the free play in Aaron Rodgers loves that. Maybe that's his equivalent. Almost like a free play. You got nothing to lose with no cleat on. But he's able to slip down at it on. Hopefully his mom double knots this one. Apparently the last time didn't work. Probably tried the bunny ear strategy.
I remember I used to triple knot my shoes just in case. Didn't really help much. Triple knot usually came out and done pretty quickly. And then it was just a double knot. And as we all know, double knots never work anyway.
As Brace Boy, Dirty P, comes in. I look forward to wearing an identical brace as him in my future. We can be double brace boys. Nick Long, not a lot of options here. I think that's the midfield kind of stints where there's a lack of options for the people not in the center of the park. They're supposed to be the engines of the team. When the engine's not running, kind of becomes all stagnant. Rupen Arshanapali could find himself on the back post. He had the pace of a falcon, but he does not.
Talk about running. He went like 30 yards with the ball and went through about 6 defenders.
Willie Andrews checking his ankles.
And that is off the wrong crossbar. That would be the football crossbar.
Update, Willie Andrews still has both ankles. Good news for him after he takes a sharp cut there, guarding Jalen Thomas.
More importantly, does he have both ACLs? Because you need those too.
Paisan! Good call by James. Communication. Calls me for the header. Paisan has time to turn. Dirty P had a header goal last year against St. Paul's. Off of an assist from deep. Oh, it's a sick ball.
Just too far.
604 senior year. When he cracks 3'6", maybe able to put his head on that one. Put it in the back of the net. Much love to Richie, though.
And what's the old expression? You can't coach height.
Chris Link starting to get a little loose on the sidelines, getting those legs stretched. Not too stretched that they break, though. Hate to see that happen.
And I would say he's coming in for a fourth quarter appearance, but apparently we can't say that.
A lot of limitations to the commentating today. Seems like the midfield hasn't won a lot of noticeable headers lately. It's been kind of 50-50. It's even that challenge right there from Ben Bender. It's not really automatic, but you'd expect Benny to win that one for his caliber. Had Ruben Shinapali out wide. Tried to play more direct. Doesn't work out. Paisan. As Nick Long says. Ooh. And. Yeah, I'll take it. What?
And they called the hand on us.
What? So handball for handball, eye for an eye, but we don't get the good end deal for that. What? It's 2 consecutive questionable calls before I could even look back at the field.
Nice little banana peel someone left there, I think. Oh, never mind. Nothing there. Just slipped. Well, a car alarm going off, what's the word? Oh gosh. Simultaneously as the foul, almost like a warning sign saying, no, that's wrong, but maybe not.
I love the night games when the sun comes down, the flash of the camera on that street light turns on. It's like confetti, how it just fires out tickets. It's a light show. It's a gorgeous one if you enjoy it. Not as gorgeous if you're paying it, though.
Amen to that.
Mike Gizro checks out for the first time. Probably good to get him a quick breather. He had an excellent shift, but it's good to see Chris Link come in. Already pointing out marks. Ow, God. Stubbed my knee, sorry.
We will return in a moment. No, I'm kidding.
Sorry for the delay there. Little swollen knee action causes a little pain, but the show must go on.
Even if it's only with one announcer, but we'll keep going with 2, it seems. What do you think, Jake?
I will refuse not to commentate the last 16 minutes of this one.
And the way this game's going, it might not be 16. It might be 16 plus overtime.
That is a good point. Overtime record for Calvert Hall. 1-2 and a tie. 1 win, 2 losses and a tie at least my career for Calvert Hall Varsity. 1 win coming from MSJ. That 6-4 better get the call there. Yeah. Number 12 seems like that's Tom Brady on the field. He's got the IQ of it. Except there he forgot to stop the ball. The classic free kick strategy. So James, make sure it's at a perfect stop before it's played.
That's like the first thing
It
you
is.
teach in referee school, yeah.
You zoom in on that ball, you're going to notice that it's definitely not moving. So the play's going to resume.
You never know. There might have been a gust of wind right as he kicked it. You never know.
So Link's going to make the run down. He's going to get it back. It'll be on his left foot if he tries to cross it in unless he cuts it back. He's going to cut it back. Oh, Mags! Ah! Oh, There's a gaping hole in that man's.
Just too big of a touch. Oh, smaller touch. That's a beautiful goal.
It's like the fish net. You think you're catching fish until they find that gap in between your legs. Link finds that one.
More water gets through a hole in the Swiss cheese.
You see that on the huddle highlight reel. Whew. It's as spicy as the buffalo chicken sauce from McDonald's. That move.
Or the chicken wrap from Sage Dining Services.
A lot of complaints about the chicken wraps lately.
Yeah.
Maybe not in your day as a freshman, but back in the prime of the chicken wrap, there was less lettuce and more chicken. Those were the days, that's what producer says. And right he is.
Yeah, I've never actually had it myself, so I'll have to try it.
No buff chick wrap for the youngin'. He's got a lot to learn in his 4 years here. One of them is the quality of the buff chick wrap 3 years ago. Whole team signed. Ooh, absolute ping. That doesn't work out. Hayden Lim's going to check back in. Long break for Hayden. I think it was 30 minutes, 30, 40 minutes. A lot of people are curious what the team snack is after this game, especially me. Be very thankful it's Chick-fil-A or like a Subway type thing. Ooh. Back post header had to be cleaned up from Gabe Gleekin. Height of the freshman. Not exactly on his side, but he does well. Levis is probably going to play his first long ball as a goal kick of today. Only took him 68 minutes. It's flicked on until it's to Ben Bender. He's going to stay composed and find James Garfink and switch the fields with Nick Long. Space is given to him. Gaps are gaping. As a St. Paul's supporter says, close them. Benny's going to find it 50 out. Find 604. No, that's actually Gabe. Gabe's going to have some space if he takes it, cuts it in. Oh! Oh! We're going to go down. He beats one, tries to double down. When you double down, rarely works for the boys. Learned that last night.
Well, at least he got a corner out of it, right? But, yes, not quite the intended result.
Looks like there's a cramp.
Stop.
Clock is stopped at 11:55. Owen Coster, quick shout out to Owen saying stop the clock 3 seconds after the clock was stopped. Very useful insight from him. And would have been manager Amir. Turns out to be the track manager, unfortunately. She sent the email a wee bit too late for to join the Calvert Hall soccer squad. Calvert Hall is going to get some water. Temperature was kind of a bit of exaggerated than what it looks like. Then again, I'm not outside. 89 degrees.
And that's a what, 5:30 right now? Is that what it is? It's hot.
But we're going to take a quick break here as the injury comes off the field. It's the missile from David, trying to go long throw. She comes up short. That's other Hartford Day alum. Count them, 1, 2, 3, 4 on the field from the small middle school from Hartford County. Noah Chismar, number 23, the right winger for St. Paul's. Simple thing known is that Hartford Day straight produces. Little overtracked from Bender. He strictly played soccer, clearly no baseball experience with the center field track downs. Uh-oh. And it's getting a little lazy. It's 11 minutes, 661 clicks of that clock left. Nick Long's going to get a short here.
Well, fortunately,
he better get a short here.
Fortunately, that shot wasn't very good, because we would have been in trouble if that had been a good shot.
I think we got to hold ourselves to a higher standard. As like Richie had the similar opportunity, it doesn't go away. It doesn't get put away, and we don't make a big deal out of it. But then St. Paul's misses, and it seems like there's going to be some chaos. Just got to stay composed. Opportunities will come for both teams in a soccer game. Neither team putting it away. Oh, where are you going, 13? Thought he was guarding the other goal, apparently. Yeah, we'll take that. Easy. And one foul. Sean's going to pick it up. Oh, we could play quick. Play quick. That would be so dominant.
Yeah, well, there's really no benefit from a long free kick, because there's no angle, so I guess you could just get a good ball in the box, maybe.
Pazon wants it. Oh!
And over the moon, and back down it goes.
Chris Link does well to get there. Good body from St. Paul's defender to make that difficult for him. Clearly worked. So now, a long throw. It's actually just crazy how Calvados manages to find themselves in a situation like this every game, where they can't win comfortably. I don't know if they know how to do it. Every win they've had is just straight earned. With the exception of our first preseason game. That's a 9-3 result. Even then, we conceded 3 goals in the second half. If you notice, a lot of less adjustments from Calvert Hall today. A noticeable addition to the team, missing Andy Christ on the back line. Probably would fill into the marking back role and take a lot of the minutes there. But I haven't been counting, but may have to do the add up now. But how many people playing? But it's certainly a lot less of a rotation.
And one name I don't think we've seen in the lineup yet today is Cody Angelini, who's played significant minutes in the previous games.
So it's going to be a throw in here. Or a throw in free kick.
Ooh, right at the goal.
It's a decent thought, actually. If it was a near post run, I remember sophomore year, a goal connected like that against Gilman. James tracks well, expecting to be on the ground. Yep, knew that was coming. You're going to see that one in slow-mo to the college mixtape highlight reel. A lot of attention from the crowd there after that tackle.
And now the crowd's really going. They were like 60 times as loud as they were 2 minutes ago.
So Gabe Gleekin on it. Keep it simple. Maybe they were being a bit too aggressive. Oh, I was hoping for a link slide tackle. I've missed those for the last couple months when he's been sidelined due to injury. Sean Barbecue on goal. A little too far.
Still got it in, though. To whip it in.
Ooh.
Whips it in. No.
That's a good run. Or Not a good run. What? You're kidding me! Questionable.
Well, if you're Jacob Bleacher, anything is questionable, but, you know.
Or if bad ref calls, certainly questionable.
Yep. Your fellow certified referee of Howard County here says no foul, but, well, maybe they teach you different things in Baltimore County reffing schools. Back in the game for Hall is David Peters.
Welcome back, David.
All the way back to the center back line.
It's going to find Link. Back to James. See if they can unkink the pressure here. They do almost well to find David. David's got the pace. Oh, he beats one. Take it for himself. Can he rip it? Take it! Oh my God!
Just too high.
Jesus. MIAA goal of the year if that's an inch and a half down. That was...
If that.
That's the place Calvert Hall needs to have. I mean, I feel like that's an obvious statement, but just the will to go at a kid, which David Peters just has no mercy on the back line. Uh-oh.
And now a counter
Gabe Leakin's caught, but once again, Mike fills in. Gabe Leakin fills in CDM for a couple seconds. That's a good ball in to the back post. It's a threatening ball. Close, but no cigar.
Play has really summed up the game, though. There's been like, what, 10, 15, 20 balls like that. It's just been just too far. The goalie comes out and gets them, or they go over the end line. Unfortunate. This game could be 6-5.
Well, I'm sure any game could be 6-5 if everyone buried their opportunities in a perfect world.
All right, that's fair.
You're due for one to go in, I agree. As it's 0-0, 75 through. It's a slippery ball in. Ben Benny gets it back. This is normally when you see Ice Ice Baby come in Ben Bender's mind. Yeah, we'll take that. Point to the spot. Point to the spot! Oh, I thought he did. I It looked like for a second there the ref was calling for a pen. But instead,
It's going to be
clutch Gene Ben Bender is going to have to handle it himself.
and that looks like a free kick from inside the box. Not quite, though.
I recall last year against St. Paul's, quick free kick from Ben Bender. Inside the box, classic refs against St. Paul's. That's a good ball in. That's doesn't go.
And the goalie guessed where that one was going to go.
Will Damsgaard preventing the counter if he can get there. That's a great hustle back. Either way, St. Paul's doesn't do well themselves capitalizing. So the clock ticks down on a potential overtime visit.
And now a breakaway with the goal.
David slips it in. Oh my God! How?
Just too far. Oh, and they called him offsides anyway. Well, maybe not. Yeah, sorry. It's a goal kick, but the referee pointed to, or raised his flag in the same way that he would offsides from the goal kick spot. Well, if they keep playing like that, I know there's only 3 minutes left, but if they keep playing like that, they'll score eventually, right?
Well, that's what we've been saying for the last 80. If Calvert Hall walks away with a tie here, it's it's concerning to say the least. Concerning, embarrassing, especially on your home field like this. Not exactly in full panic mode. There's a lot of soccer left to be played if this goes overtime. But
Yeah, it's like a win is like a loss almost in this case. Or, sorry, a tie is like a loss.
yeah, we need 3 points is pretty much the only option. The card's about to come out for.
No hesitation there. Straight to his flag.
As know-it-all fans try to tell the producer what to do, not having any of that.
Turned away.
As the clock is back. Can we get it back to Benny? Oh. Link cannot keep it. Tracks back well. Forcing him backwards. Now it's up to the whole team to high press. Not just one, not just Hayden, the entire team. See if the whole team presses there. At the same time, no, Chismar's not going to have the opportunity to check in for that ball. But instead it was Hato, then Gleekin to find it, which is too slow. It's not as a team, which is not what Calvert Hall is going to be working with successfully. Sean Barwick, many know him as the kid that lost his shoe. And now many people know him as the kid that's stretching, trying to prevent the cramp. Him going down late in this one when we need a goal would be more than unfortunate. It'd be almost costly. Good clearance from Nick. No risk. Another clearance. Hopefully find David. David flicks it on. Find Sean. Uh-oh. Hato. Hato. Oh, my God. That's got to be red. Uh-oh. Stop the clock. Yeah, I'm going to take a booking.
Yeah, in football, that's a good, or in hockey and football, that's a, pretty.
I mean, the NFL nowadays, if you do that on a quarterback, you're probably suspended for the year. Fined a couple grand. So, silver lining is just a yellow card. He's still going to have some money behind him.
Now a very aggressive ball that's about 5 yards away from the foul. I think they're going to get moved back soon.
Benny, he needs to be as cool as ice here. As he's going to definitely count 10.
Yeah, it's like 7. That's not even close.
I mean, if anyone's going to do it in this league, in this type of situation, you're looking at the right guy to do it. Everyone on this field knows it's pretty much Benny versus the goalie, and the rest are just props. You move the camera to Andrew Levis, the goalie, for a second if you got time. No, you do not. Good camera action to just miss the goal. I would have so done that. Hayden steps over it. Oh my God!
Beautiful.
Now move it. Now move it to Levis. That's the look everyone has right now. Hands on the hips. Kind of frustration that we're going to have to head to overtime most likely with subpar team.
Man, it's so close with that shot, though. Spun it right, just too hard and too high. Goal's not quite as big as he thought it was.
Benny, lazy touch there. Smart by James to limit the opportunities late. Uh-oh. David! David, no way! Oh my God, you stupid game.
That could have given them the lead, but just wide.
Honestly, I'm pretty sure a blind squirrel would have found the net by now. Somebody. So we're on to overtime. Free soccer for the fans, good for them. For Calvert Hall, it's free fitness that they didn't want to have to be using with McDonough Friday. 2 consecutive losses to 2 non-playoffs teams here would not be good. There's no other way to put it. It's just not good. So it's almost like do or die for them right now. And you hate to be saying that this early in the season, but 3 losses on the year, first half of the season, would be do or die. They already have a tie. And now they're facing challenges that no one expected. So we'll take a quick break and we'll see you at the start of overtime.
Back for the start of overtime. Golden goal.
What everyone would love to see here is a goal right now, and you go home 3 points. Sooner the better. Less stress for everyone.
Are you sure about that though? Because like they paid good money to get into this game. You know, all this $5. Gotta get some more value for it, yeah.
It is free. It's free soccer for the fans. But
and I guess stress isn't worth the $5, huh?
even the second period would be a stretch. Oh my God! I hit my knee again. God. Gosh. Gosh. Makes up for all of them. Good touch from Bender. Finds DP on the width. Back to Sean. DP, the high line from the goalie, does well. Being where he needs to be quick.
You know, if we don't score this overtime period, I might have to go with my fake British accent for the entire second period. I mean, I don't want to do that, but if it gets that bad, you know, I just might have to. I'm sorry.
All right, hopefully we get a goal second half. I don't know if everyone's going to be able to bear that one. Ooh, DP wanted that. Now the crowd, the bench for Calvert Hall is up and standing. It took them a while to get to this motivation level because everyone felt comfortable with this game.
And unfortunately, I think there's a lot of pressure on Calvert Hall because they're the ones choking. St. Paul's doing fine.
St. Paul's is nothing to lose here. It's completely satisfied with a tie. Good no look from Hayden to Hayden. Shawnee. Good turn, Shawnee! That was almost Dennis Burkamp-esque. If anyone recalls that Arsenal goal. Hayden's got some great technical skill. Tries to use it there. Mike's got to take a couple steps up and find the ball there. Look at it's isolated. No one's moving. It's not a surprise there's 0 goals on the score sheet. Oh really?
Has a
Oh my! Are you kidding me?
Just too high.
What just happened? I'm confused. What just happened? Is it a pen? Anyone see that? I didn't see that. I was yelling at my paper. Did you see that? So Ben Bender went in practice yesterday, bottom right. He switches it up every time.
To end the game.
I'm going bottom right again. That's my guess.
Oh, yeah, same.
My guess is bottom right.
Bottom right.
It's too easy. Overtime. Well, that's game. Nice having you. It's about time we put that one away.
Yeah.
Composed. Gets it done. Weird way to end overtime. I didn't even see the foul. Appears to be a handball. But that's that. And thanks for having us. We'll catch you November or October 9th for the big special alumni commentation. And that's it. Have a good night.
I flailed.